Getaway, this is it. And the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event is here to make it happen. Secure your deal and head to your Hyundai dealer today, where new vehicles are arriving daily, and get away with summer-only savings on all models. This is your summer to get away with it all. Hey, it's your journey. Own it. Lease the all-new 2022 Kona for $179 a month, or get 1.9% APR for 60 months. Only at your SoCal Hyundai dealer.
Attention homeowners. Interactive Mortgage has dropped rates again to a rock-bottom 1.75% rate in APR. Yes, it's incredible. A rock-bottom 1.75%. Interactive Mortgage will even pay your title, escrow, and appraisal fees. That's right, no points and no fees. Absolutely zero. Zilch. None. So what are you waiting for? Call now and take advantage of these never-before-offered rates at 844-381-CASH, 844-381-2274, or visit interactivemortgage.com.
Now at 6, chaos in Kabul. President Biden standing by his decision to pull the U.S. out of Afghanistan as Taliban forces overrun the war-torn country.
Plus, searching the water, the urgent efforts to find a young man who fell from a boat and vanished on Pyramid Lake.
And shocking testimony in the trial of Robert Durst. What the millionaire accused of murder is now admitting he did, now on the news at 6. Good evening, I'm Micah Ullman.
And I'm Cher Calvin. Chaos is unfolding in Kabul tonight as the Taliban takes control of the Afghan capital and thousands of residents pour into the airport, desperately try to escape.
President Biden says he stands by his decision to pull the U.S. out of Afghanistan, ending America's longest war. KTLA's Lauren Lister has the breaking developments.
As scenes of chaos have unfolded in Afghanistan, with the Taliban taking control of the country, President Biden today defending his decision earlier this year to continue withdrawing U.S. forces from the country after nearly 2 decades of war.
I stand squarely behind my decision. After 20 years, I've learned the hard way that there was never a good time to withdraw U.S. forces.
But with the Afghan government swiftly falling and the Taliban seen installing themselves in the presidential palace over the weekend, President Biden did acknowledge this.
Truth is, this did unfold more quickly than we had anticipated.
As the U.S. works to evacuate personnel from the country, videos Sunday and Monday showed thousands of Afghans flooding the international airport outside the capital, Kabul, trying to flee. Gunshots heard. People even clinging to a U.S. aircraft, some plunging to their deaths.
The scenes we're seeing in Afghanistan, they're gut-wrenching.
But the Pentagon asked today if they reflect a failure of intelligence or planning.
Plans are not always perfectly predictive. When you look at the images out of Kabul, that would have been difficult for anybody to predict. Yes, we did plan on non-combatant evacuation operations as far back as May.
The mission now to evacuate U.S. citizens and allies.
To get these personnel out of Afghanistan as quickly and as safely as possible. We have approximately 2,500 troops that have moved into Kabul within the last 72 hours. And more will arrive soon.
And I spoke to a former Pentagon official today who said one unknown is how long the Taliban will forego attacking American operations in Afghanistan. The president today said they've been clear with the Taliban. If they attack, the U.S. response will be swift and forceful. In the newsroom, I'm Lauren Lister, KTLA 5 News.
I'm listening to the scanner right now. They're still talking about possible people trapped that were inside, workers that were inside this building.
Now more breaking news in South L.A. Sky 5 flying over this fire at a one-story commercial building late this afternoon. Officials are now telling us that an adult male worker who was unaccounted for has been found dead inside the building. Witnesses say he was one of 2 men who ran back inside just after the fire started, the other making it out safely. One firefighter suffered a minor injury when he fell off a ladder. No word yet on what may have started the fire.
A desperate search is underway at Pyramid Lake for a 23-year-old man who reportedly fell off a pontoon boat this morning. A team of divers have been combing through the lake, which is more than 29 miles long and nearly 9 miles wide.
No signs of life have been detected thus far. KTLA's Wendy Birch live at Pyramid Lake with the latest on search efforts. Wendy.
Micah and Cher, I can tell you those search efforts are still going, and they are expected to go well into the evening. Now, we're on